School starts at 8:45. Students come in through the entrance here and through the main door, and they have 10 minutes of registration where they're with tutors, where there'll be some fun activities, sometimes academic activities, perhaps watching news rounds, some quizzes. It's a general kind of pastoral time for tutors to get to know their students for 10 minutes before the lessons start. This is our library. It's open to students as much as possible, where they can come in, they can read some books, choose some books, use it for self-study as well, especially when they get into the IB years. I think it's really important that they have time to reflect and study on their own. So this is a nice quiet space where they can come in, work at the table, do some homework perhaps, or just read some books, and generally perhaps just quiet socialising as well in here too. So this is our IT suite. It's open to students usually at break times and lunch times. They can come in and use the facilities in here to either do homework or some additional work, some self-study again, very similar to the library. Lessons also take place in here, especially maths as well. They use a program called My Maths, which is based in the UK, where they can do some homework or some additional revision online as well. Teachers can also book it for lessons. So for example, especially when they get to that IB, it's very important that they're able to study and research things online and produce references for the things that they do research. So they're able to use that during lesson time too. We have or are implementing a club program, and I know next week a computing and a robotics club will be happening, and I believe that's also happening in here as well at lunchtimes and after school. So it's a chance where students can come, they can learn not only just about computing but also some research and use the internet too. So as part of the IB programme, students have to do what's called CAS, which is part of the core in addition to the 6 subjects that they study. CAS stands for Creative Active Service, and it's something they can do both run in school, where they run events, or they can do it at home, actually they can do personal things at home as well. Last year we had lots of different events happening. We had International Day, we had a Creativity Day, Halloween, discos, things like that, as much as we could. I mean, it was difficult with COVID, but they did really well considering. This leads in really nicely, I think, to some of the events that we offer here at school. Here at School 3, as part of the CAS programme, Year 12, as I said, are running lots of different events. As you can see on here, we had last year International Day, we had Craft Day, we had Maslenitsa at the end of winter. They did some Valentine's Day things. So Year 13 went bowling last year as well. And they're also able to offer residential trips in addition to that. Hopefully this September, our IB cohort will be going on a residential to a city outside of Moscow as part of their CAS program too. So they'll be organising it themselves, they'll be offering some sort of events for each other, and they can link this into perhaps their creative and their active and their service side of CAS, where they're learning not only academic things but personal skills too. So here at School 3, we believe it's very important obviously to offer an education, and part of IB too, to educate the global citizen and get students out and about rather than just in the classroom. A couple of years ago we were able to offer trips to Italy. I believe they went to France too. It's been quite difficult over the past year with COVID, but we were still able to offer a couple of trips. We were able to go to the Smolensk region and study the Moscow River as part of the IB program, where students were able to collect some primary data based on the course of the Moscow River, where they were able to produce their internal assessments. We had some really good grades last year with our IB, thanks to this trip which was able to happen. We're looking quite big this year when it comes to trips. Next week we're off to go to see a chap called Vladimir at Mrs. University on Monday, and we have perhaps hopefully some bigger trips happening in Russia too later on in the year, looking at perhaps Kamchatka, Baikal, geography and history culturally related trips too. So at IB they study 6 subjects. And one of them is a language A and a language B. So we offer language A obviously being English and Russian, Students can choose to take those, but in addition to language A, they also have to do an additional language, and we offer either language B for non-native Russian speakers, Spanish, French and German. So this is our Year 10 class studying the IGCSE. They've just started their studies in their IGCSE this year, and this is their physics lesson. I believe this is their first investigation of the year. They're studying how long it takes a weight to do one oscillation from different heights, and they're repeating that investigation at least 10 times so they have a decent average. And from there they'll be able to get some results and analyse those to be able to work out how long it takes different weight or different masses to do one oscillation. So as part of the IB programme, they study at least 2 sciences, biology, chemistry, physics or ESS, environmental science, and they have to produce what's called a Group 4 project. It's a requirement of the IB. So it's cross-discipline, so they're studying, they have to come up with a project, this investigation that involves more than one of those sciences. They produce it, and they should be able to present that to the rest of the school. We're planning for this to happen in the summer term, hopefully so in term 3. They'll set up their investigations in the gym and they'll present their Group 4 project to the rest of the school. As a school, we are registered with what's called UCAS, which is the application process for British universities, as well as offering advice, and as an advisor or advisors, we are able to help and guide students in their application process for universities. Universities are in regular contact with us and we are in regular contact with them. We offer lots of different brochures for students to look through so that they can make a self-guided but also a judgment, a good decision on what university they want to go to. Most of our students last year I think went on to study in the UK, St Andrews, Cambridge and City of London. And I believe this year a lot of our students are looking to do that too. I think we're in a very good position to be able to offer that facility as an advisor for these students to go on to university in the UK. As part of the IB programme, students are encouraged to learn new skills, and one of those new skills is something active. So we're very privileged here. We have some good outdoor space, some fresh air here in Jasnovo, and students are able to practice or learn sports and skills that they want to. In addition to that, the Year 12s are able to offer a chance to give back their skills also to the lower school. Only this week we have 2 clubs starting. We have volleyball club and we have football club, Monday and Wednesday. And Year 12 are able, who obviously already acquired these skills, able to pass on those skills to the lower school as part of their IB programme. So this can be classed as both an activity part of CAS, but also the service, giving back. And that's what I think IB students and the IB philosophy is about global citizens, but also about giving back something to the world. And this is a chance for them to do that too. So we have lots of things going on here at School 3, very busy this year. If you'd like to see your child flourish, if you're interested in School 3, please do get in touch and you can have a personal meeting and a tour with our head teacher, Tom English.